governor gross?
Sorry, please come again, Council.
Why are the allegations against the governor gross?
They are gross, especially when you go to areas of leadership and integrity. Often, I think Kenyans, we think integrity is only matters money, but also matters behavior are even more serious. Matters treating other citizens, matters of humiliating and malicious calling names, classification of other people without proper evidence and conclusive processes, usurping the power of the National Lands Commission, which should be able to deal with that land well. So these are, and particularly coming from a psychology perspective, when one and as other people, leaders have been called names in public, it causes serious damages that you do not see a scar or a bandage put on. And that's why personally I felt I need to share that, because it is we are having problem with our students killing and burning each other out of examples of violence in public.
Finally, Father, what do you want this honorable committee to do?
I would pray that this honorable committee takes away this or any other leader where it comes who gives bad example, especially in terms of violence. We shouldn't be a society that never accepts violence for any reason. Otherwise, we'll keep beating our wives, borrowing from our CEO, who will beat a group of people because has found a land that has a different registration and a different user. Someone will call people names and they can go scot-free. I would love to see a society in which an organ of this magnitude gives us a clear indication that violence is not acceptable. Humiliation of people in public is not acceptable. Vilification and calling people names is not acceptable. I hope we can get to that point. And I believe, and that's why I came to this very important committee, honorable members, because I felt it is fair to share my thoughts.
That is all for this witness, Honorable Chair.
Thank you, Council. You may take your seat. Priest, you're still there. Your time is not yet done. Members, do you have anything to raise with the priest? Yes, Esther?
Thank you, Chair. And going by your earlier statement, maybe I would leave out the first question I wanted to ask on whether we are now dealing with the issue of, because from the issues that were raised, it was showing that the governor vilified your faith, and therefore a breach of faith and morality. So there comes a question, should the governor be impeached for breach of faith or morality? So I'm ignoring that, but for the cases of this going to record, I thought I should mention. So further, my question is, as a Christian and citizen of Kenya, which you have stated, are you aware that Article 159 of the Constitution of Kenya recognizes alternative dispute resolution as a dispute resolution mechanism? Have you made any prompt attempt to settle the matter through alternative dispute resolution?
I haven't. And when I heard about this, I thought it's part of the constitutional possibilities in addressing the same problem, in addition to the possibility of NDT.
Yes, Chair, I'm done.
Thank you, Chair. I must say that I feel like my church is on trial. I'm a Catholic too, But I would want to hear from Father Kinoti, because in the doctrine of the Catholic Church, we seek justice, not vengeance. If this committee was to find the governor guilty of some of these allegations, would you recommend to this committee to exercise forgiveness?
Honorable member, I want to believe this sitting is sitting based on the law of the land. And I don't remember any part of the Constitution that has forgiveness. Not because forgiveness is not practiced by Christians or done. And forgiveness comes through the process of one, identifying truth, justice, and then fulfilling the damages done. And then and only then does forgiveness make sense. So this process, once it's able to find the truth justly and make its legal pronouncements, there are very many areas of forgiveness. I tend to think I want to believe. I haven't found anywhere in the Constitution where it says once the Senate finds someone guilty, it's free to forgive. Forgiveness is in another forum, Christian forum. This is a process of justice. It is a process of trying to satisfy damages done. Like you conclude the governor is not guilty. Am I free? Is she free for us to go and say, you know, that day you talked and I felt bad and it's time for us to forgive each other? That's not in the Constitution, but it is a Christian obligation. And I think it's fair to separate those things and see them in their proper place. A Senate is set not to satisfy the Bible requirement, but the constitutional requirement. That's where I think I might be wrong.
I think, Chair, that's all. But the priest talked about the sin of, I think, calumny. Destruction, I think.
It's calumny.
Calumny, yes. Whereby somebody reveals the hidden faults of another without sufficient cause. Would we say the same is happening to the governor?
Honorable member, it's someone reviews hidden secrets of someone that need not to be revealed. That's a calumny.
Okay.
So the conduct of the CEO of Meru are not hidden. That's why we have plenty of videos showing her speak and sending venom into community. So it's not hidden.
So you said that referring to yourself. So that means they are hidden to you.
That which is on video and public, it's hidden to me. It's not hidden to me, and it's not hidden to the public.
That's all, Chair.
Senator Sifuna.
Father, I'm also going to disclose, I'm sure you know that I'm also Catholic. I am curious to understand, in my thinking.